Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 3, Episode 13, titled Monster. Count Dooku wants a deadlier apprentice. And looking at the thumbnail, I completely forgot about who I'm pretty sure his new apprentice is. It also, Dathomir seems to have a very high force concentration. Like, sure, you've got the Night Sisters, which are witches. I don't actually know what they are, but you've got Ventress, you've got Darth Maul, you've got Savage Opress. Like, what is it about that planet that seems to have such a high force potency? Like, as far as we know, that is as high as Yoda's species, because you had Yoda, Yaddle, and Grogu. So, yeah, with all of the others, there doesn't seem to be that high of a number. So, mayhaps there's just a very like force attuned race, and they just happen to use it to become dark side wielders. But yeah, let's get this started in three, two, one, go. I haven't pulled my microphone over as far as normal. Evil is not born, it is taught. And it's really annoying me, but also it's allowed to move, so. There's also the fact that this events in these episodes probably leads directly into that Ventress book series, which I don't know if that's canon anymore or not, but considering we've also met another character who has a relationship with Ventress in that recently. Oh yeah, no, that is just straight up sorcery. I thought they were just wielding the force as in different ways, but Hmm. So does that mean that Ventress can use their sorcery, or there we go. Now I'm no longer being irritated. So the majority of them are yellow. I wonder what causes the difference. Savage. Okay. So you had Mole, Savage, Feral. May the odds be ever in your favor. It's even built like the cornucopia in number 2. Yeah, you're going to die early on. Well, there goes the first. Technically, Savage won that one. Hmm. You know now you're gonna have to fight each other. You got the drop on Retros. Uses brother as leverage. Or not. Continue the fight. That works too. So does Savage not have force powers? I thought he did. Because we've seen her use it in this fight, so you'd think it would be fair for him to. So obviously this is something binding him to Ventress because they are saying her name. Then again, it's not being capitalized, so maybe not. Maybe that's just a general word in their language. Is that going to be his brother? Yep. Hmm. So how's this going to go down? Hmm. I'm not familiar with the planet Deveron. Oh, we're getting his attack this episode. I figured that was going to be set up for the next one. it's one of those. I don't know the race, but they were in the Senate the last time we saw. Let me guess, the enchanted blade is able to handle lightsabers. Doesn't need to if you just disarm them. Hmm. So you were training Ventress to... But that comment does imply he does have force powers. Like, so I wasn't wrong in that. My, um, what I knew about the character was not wrong. Okay. When they gave him the enchanted weapon, I thought, oh, I guess not. I guess that's just what he's going to use, but... Yeah. Oh, that was Clancy Brown? Okay. Well... Yeah, no, that does track with what I've heard of it before. So... He must just not be trained in the ways to be able to utilize it properly. That's why he didn't use it in a defensive manner. Like, as I said, Ventress was using the Force in that battle. Therefore, logically, no holds bars means that he can use it against her. Yet he doesn't. He just uses brute force in that. So, you'd think that would mean he doesn't have it. But now he's being said that he will be trained in the ways of the dark side, so that implies that he does have it. I could very easily Google this, but also that would likely spoil future events of the character. But, yeah. Anyway, was an interesting introduction to the character. Did not know he had a brother. Thought he was actually related to Darth Maul. But it may still be revealed that he is, but so far that's not been said. It's a question as to whether even he is aware of the fact that he's going to betray Dooku for the Night Sisters. What did Dooku help the mother with? Because she said the only reason that she was helping him find a new apprentice was because he helped her in the past. Wonder if we're going to get any information on those events. But also, given the fact that she is now not even technically, she is doing this to take him out, technically she does still owe him for his assistance in the past. Yes, of course, the desires of one of their own would surpass any debt owed to him, especially when he is the reason for the needs of their own to be met. But still, to say that the reason she is doing this is because of a debt owed, when in fact she's not living up to that debt, is doubly as bad as there being a debt owed, but her not mentioning it before betraying him. Like, because there's the working against someone that you owe a debt to, that is bad. There's the deceiving them into think you're honouring that debt to then go on and betray them is worse. But yeah. Anyway, the Night Sisters are a interesting group. Now, it is interesting that the in the credits, all the male Dathamites were regarded as Night Brothers, whereas that was never actually said in the episode. The way I was reading the situation was that the Night Sisters were under Mother Talzin. Like, she's the leader. Then it's the Night Sisters, which are like the high sect of this planet. And then the males are just left to do their own thing. Yet when a Night Sister calls on them, they answer, like sort of a hierarchy situation. Yet if they're Night Brothers, sure, they're still at a lower status seemingly than the Night Sisters, but that does raise them up as above just general. Or maybe it's because they were the leaders of the tribes that they're referred to as Night Brothers, and then the ones under them, just the tribesmen. Interesting. There is also the fact that, as I pointed out, you've got Maul, which I'm assuming that's his actual name. Like how Palpatine, unlike how Palpatine got turned into Sidious, how Dooku is Tyrannus, how Anakin is Vader. Like, did they just not change Maul's name, or did they just choose one that is also similar to how the naming structure on his planet works for the males? Like, the Night Sisters and that, they have unique names. I'm not going to say normal names because, well, from our perspective, they're not normal, but probably normal names. If the males are all vicious words and descriptors, like, as I said, feral, Maul, savage, oppress, like, yes, technically 3 of them fall under the same, but you know what I mean. Also, why? Why savage? Like, it's spelled savage. They have a clear naming structure of it being violent names. And yet, they have to put the distinction that this is not. I've only ever heard of it as Savage Opress. I've read it as Savage Opress because that's how it's spelled. When people have been talking about it, they've said Savage. Yet the actual show says Savage. So, have people just collectively decided to ignore the proper pronunciation? Or do people forget that's how it's pronounced? Like, what's with the discrepancy? Anyway, it's going to be interesting to see how Savage and Dooku actually work towards their goals, what point does Savage attempt to betray Dooku? Because, as I've said, through just pop culture of osmosis, I know some things that happen down the track in the show. I know Savage does not get killed by Dooku, unless that is a flashback episode to before these events, but, or at least before the betrayal. That may well be it. Never mind, I'm just. Because of the way the show is structured, anything could be happening at any time. I'm not going to speculate on timelines or anything, so. Yeah. But, yeah, it's under the assumption that Savage attempts to betray Dooku and somehow survives. That is my assumption. It's just then interesting to see how long it'll be till then. Heck, the thing that I know from later on may even happen before that betrayal does. Like, in terms of episodes as well. Though it may be timeline wise. But anyway, gonna end this one here. I'll catch you in the next one.